and nobody wants to test on friggin' animals. Animal testing is wrong. Everyone knows it. It doesn't work. Everyone knows that at this point. So it's up to people of this, of this age range, people going into these careers to actually make a difference. And maybe we'll finally get it done.
What your audience is like? How big are you? What sort of groups are you speaking to?
Well, right now it's all like they park us. We have this van. It's looks like a UFO, and it's got a big UFO on the side of this big box truck, and we park in an area that's really well trafficked. So we park like this at William and Mary. We parked right in their quad by their dining hall where they pick up their mail and everything. So I think we've seen every student that goes to William and Mary. I'm actually kind of worried about what the heck we're gonna do today, since um I think we've seen everybody. There's only 4,000 students here, and I think we've met every one of them. But I'm hoping that maybe some people who haven't done the virtual reality experience haven't. That maybe now they'll be like, okay, third day, they feel a little bit more comfortable. They'll like, okay, we'll do the virtual reality. I'm hoping that will happen because it's cool, Dan. You put on a virtual reality goggles, and
Mhm.
you get abducted by aliens, and through that analogy, we're saying this is what happens to animals every day, right here on campus, all over America. This is what's happening. And so
Yeah, and it's purely for money. It's purely for dough because it's not necessary,
it's
and
entirely unnecessary. Yeah.
they don't even need now with the models they've got. We've got computerized models. They can do all the tests they need, and nothing translates to humans.
None of
Nothing
it.
translates to humans. So they still got to test on humans anyway, and it's all a big thing. It's all about these girls and guys sort of getting their degrees by doing experiments on animals, and they'll go right. Okay, let's see what this chemical will do to a rabbit's eyes,
Yeah.
and
It's
you'd have to do it for the dissertation, and it's
right.
just
That's what's really messed up about it, is that, like, okay, the animal exploitation crew, the people who are breeding these animals, they're making money, but the scientific community doesn't want to do it anymore because they know it's bullshit. Meanwhile, if you want to get into that career, you're going to have to publish a paper. How are you going to publish a paper? You're going to have to test on animals. It makes no sense because we all know the animal testing's bullshit. So it's like it's on autopilot, like they've been doing it so long and they don't know how to get out of this horrible cycle. Well, PETA and the National Institutes of Health have a research modernization deal where they talk about organs on chips, which is fascinating technology, but also just like AI could tell you if something is fatal or not at this point. Protein molding and folding can tell you if something's fatal or not, and they're saying microdose. If it's not fatal, then you can microdose in humans. And I was like, damn, that's mind blowing. Why the fuck didn't I think of that? Like I'm going, that's so obvious that that's the answer. And yet we're stuck in this brutal cycle, like so many things, right? There's so many things like that. We're just stuck in this cycle of BS and brutality.
so. How do you feel about tackling a single issue? How is it fitting in with your animal rights and vegan outreach? How's that fitting in with that? What's happening?
Well, I mean, I'm paid to do a job. That's something, first of all. It's like I'd rather be paid to talk about a single issue than paid to, I don't know, work at a grocery store or do something that I think isn't making a difference.
Of course.
And so that's kind of how, but the truth is, Dan, so many people ask me about veganism. So it's like, okay, we're here talking about that. And it's interesting because some people, like yesterday, a guy came up to me, and he's like, so you think that people eat meat? It's just like, no hello, no how you doing? Just, so you think people eat meat are lesser than you and are evil? And I went, well, I'm here talking about laboratory experiments. Are you asking me personally? Because I'm here with PETA talking about laboratory experiments. That's not what we're here to talk about. And so he goes, oh, well, what? So you think that people who use don't buy cruelty free are evil and lesser than you? And I said, well, I think if you know better, you do better. And we're here to raise awareness. I think most people don't want to be cruel to animals, so we're here to raise awareness about those things. And he goes, oh, so it's just education? I said, yeah, that's all we're here to do, is raise awareness right now. They wouldn't invite us to these college campuses if we were here like forcing people, like, I don't know what they think we're doing. Like, we're here to educate. And that dude all of a sudden asked me all these questions, like really interesting, and like not hard questions about veganism, but it totally changed his tune. So I feel like all of a sudden, then that's happened a couple times where people come in hot, and then they're the ones who are asking me about veganism. and I am perfectly suited to talk to with them about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of
So
course I do. I mean, I always say that you should find any road in
yeah, yeah.
to somebody's conscience. Now, you know, and whether it be health, whether it be environment, if you can't get them with animal rights when we're talking about vegan